I just think people are running from issues, and I don't think in this business you're supposed to run from issues. And the fact that everybody's running from the big elephant in the room involving the WNBA and the latest with Coach Stephanie White of the Indiana Fever going on a little tirade during a post-game press conference because people were accusing her of not supporting her player after Sophie Cunningham was essentially, knocked upside the damn head by Dejanay.
The Indiana Fever organization is facing intense scrutiny, with head coach Stephanie White at the center of a growing controversy. Following the highly publicized matchup between the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky guard Dejanay Carrington was ejected for a flagrant 2 foul after making contact with Fever guard Sophie Cunningham around the head and neck area. The incident immediately sparked debate among fans about player safety, officiating, and how coaches should respond when one of their players is involved in a controversial physical play. White drew additional criticism after explaining that she did not believe Carrington intentionally targeted Cunningham, despite acknowledging that the foul was serious and deserved the flagrant 2 call. Some fans interpreted those comments as a lack of support for her own player, while others viewed them as a measured assessment of the play rather than a betrayal of the Fever roster. As the backlash continues, the controversy has moved beyond the game itself, raising questions about coaching decisions, public relations, and the expectations fans place on professional sports leaders.
Blitz today, and I knew she would. As soon as that came out of her mouth, I was like, oh, she's gonna get destroyed. She thinks whatever backlash she's been seeing was an issue. She hadn't seen nothing yet. You're telling your paying customer to go to hell, and you can't try to backtrack this now. That's exactly what you did. You see, this team gets too, I've said this before, this team gets too much attention for her. Plain and simple. That's why I've said before you needed an NBA coach. Somebody that can handle all the scrutiny that's going to come with being the coach of Caitlin Clark. That it is what it is. Every little thing is going to get
The controversy intensified after Stephanie White faced backlash over her initial comments regarding the foul involving Sophie Cunningham. White later clarified that she had not had the benefit of reviewing the play repeatedly in real time, but many fans remained dissatisfied with her explanation and questioned whether she had handled the situation appropriately. The criticism grew even louder when White addressed the broader hostility surrounding the team in an emotional press conference, strongly pushing back against what she described as hate, fear-mongering, and divisiveness. Her passionate response, including striking the table and refusing to take further questions, quickly became another talking point among fans and media. If White did use profanity toward her critics, that would naturally add another layer to the controversy, particularly given the intense public attention surrounding the Fever. However, characterizing the incident as a complete organizational meltdown or claiming that she deliberately alienated the team's entire fanbase goes beyond what can be established from the available comments. Ultimately, the situation highlights the difficult balance coaches face between defending their players, addressing criticism, and maintaining professionalism under an enormous media spotlight.
Men's sports, that coach usually ends up getting his ass fired. Stephanie White could be on her way out. The fans appear to be done with her. We got to get into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit the bell notification, hype the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's get right into things, man. We have to start right here. Okay, here it says, Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White was booed by fans prior to a game following backlash over her comments defending Chicago Sky guard Dejanay Carrington after her flagrant 2 foul on Fever guard Sophie Cunningham. Now, we all saw what she had to say, and then she went on this whole tirade before the game, basically telling everybody to F off, go to hell. As a direct quote, she told everybody to go to hell, and the fans booed the hell out of her before the game. You told everybody to go to hell, and the fans booed the hell out of you before the game started. This is courtesy of Alexa Philippou. Statement from Indiana Fever team president. The damn team president had the
As the backlash intensified, Stephanie White attempted to shift the tone of her message toward unity, emphasizing that she is only human and that love, connection, and team unity would ultimately prevail. However, some fans interpreted the emotional presentation as a public relations strategy rather than genuine accountability, while others viewed it as an understandable response to the intense criticism surrounding the Fever. The controversy reportedly spilled into the arena as well, with sections of the crowd booing White during a game against the New York Liberty, while criticism online grew increasingly vocal. There were also public calls for her removal, adding another layer of pressure to an already tense situation. Despite the backlash, Indiana Fever leadership continued to support White, with team president Kelly Krauskopf praising her ability to keep the team focused and united under extraordinary media attention. That decision created an interesting divide between frustrated portions of the fanbase and the organization's leadership. Rather than signaling an imminent coaching change, the team's public stance suggested that management remained committed to White and believed stability was more important than reacting to the latest wave of criticism.
We would be demanding that folks speak up and put it where the goats can get it and get down to the bare bones about what's really going on here and not dancing around the issues. And what disgusts me, listening to so many of these ladies talk about the issues, you're smart, you're articulate, you're educated, you got facts, you got fervor and passion, you've got knowledge, you've got history backing you up. You got a whole bunch of things in your favor, along with the microphone and the lens to look into the camera and address it with the realness, the sincerity, and the passion and the fervor it deserves. And y'all dancing. There's one person I'm gonna give credit for not dancing. And that's somebody I brought up earlier. That's Andrea Carter, my colleague at ESPN, who is sensational. Listen to what she had to say last night.
In reality, all of this emotion is coming from Steph White and what she said post-game about DeJounte, which she said it was a flagrant 2 foul, but she didn't think DeJounte was purposely going for her neck, and that DeJounte is a player that plays hard. That's essentially what Steph White said, and people were going crazy, calling for her job because of that post-game statement. And you know, I'm so interested in all those people that were piling on and calling for Steph White's job in this most recent week. How many Indiana Fever games have you actually watched? How many games have you actually paid attention to watch the team and what they're doing out on the court? Are you calling for Steph White's job because of who she is as a coach, or are you calling for her job because you watched one clip and you're piling on and you're fueled by hatred and you're finding a space to exercise something that's not related to basketball at all? And that's where we are right now in the W, and that's why it's so frustrating. You can't just talk about basketball, and I look forward to the day, like Steph White said, when this is a space where basketball fans come to pick apart the game and the performances and come to celebrate the talent that we have, and where people are judged based on their basketball thoughts and what happens on the court, and their character is not associated with those things. And we're just not at that place right now.
Hot piece and butter. Hot piece and butter. You remember that game? Or should I say hot piece of butter rather than hot piece of butter? Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. You're getting closer and closer and closer, because that's where Andrea Carter was going. She's getting warm. She's getting warm.
This organizational decision represents a significant vote of confidence in Stephanie White, with the Indiana Fever's front office choosing to stand behind its head coach despite the growing criticism from portions of the fan base. Rather than immediately reacting to public pressure, management appears focused on maintaining stability and allowing White to continue leading the team. That decision has naturally created a noticeable divide between some frustrated supporters and the organization's leadership, particularly after White's controversial comments. Caitlin Clark has also reportedly attempted to help calm the situation, emphasizing that coaches are human and acknowledging the immense pressure surrounding the team. Her involvement highlights how quickly a coaching controversy can affect the entire organization, forcing players, executives, and fans to navigate the difficult balance between accountability, loyalty, and maintaining team unity.
Logic in this league. Christine Brennan's on the money. I think you have a way out with this. I'm in agreement with Dre. I think this is the way out. But I don't think they'll do it, because all we've watched this league do is get in its own way at every single turn. And at this point, I'm past looking for them to do the smart thing, the logical thing, what's best for business. I'm done looking for them to actually legitimize this league and not make it a pure clown show. I mean, Jason, we just had Sydney Colson, former Indiana Fever, talking about how they need to just go ahead and start their own Black and queer league. I mean, what are we even talking about? It's a circus, man. They have no clue what they're doing. This thing is full of emotion and no logic, and that is the problem.
So, Maurice, and be quick but don't hurry here, because Steve, I got a question for you that I want to get to, and then I want to transition into a little Pat McAfee. But this rally last night and this blowout victory of the New York Liberty, and I thought the New York Liberty played poorly, seemed to be undermanned, but I'm sure Stephanie White and Kelly Krauskopf and Amber Cox, they're all sitting around. They're all rallying around Stephanie, and this is going to be great, and we're going to make a playoff run, and don't you see how together this has galvanized the team? Do you think it has? Do you think this is going to lead to a run into the WNBA finals?
No, I think if they make a run, it's going to be because Kelsey Mitchell can't miss a shot. She's the most efficient scoring guard in the league. Caitlin Clark is third in the league in scoring and first in the league in assists. If they make a run, it's going to be because of that explosive backcourt. It has nothing to do with galvanizing around Stephanie White. Kelsey Mitchell has a max contract. She's going to be looking to secure an offseason, a long-term deal. And obviously there's a lot for Caitlin Clark to prove. Sophie Cunningham's going to be looking to get paid once again. Their play last night was more about the fact that the New York Liberty, for whatever reason, they got rid of all their athleticism. They couldn't guard on the perimeter at all. And Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell couldn't miss a shot. This was not about Stephanie White.
Steve, I got one more WNBA type question before we transition. I want to play you this clip of Ryan Clark and on the pivot. He's chiming in on the WNBA, and he's chiming in on Enes Kanter and Royce White, making the point, I think, that